thoughts that don't ever let us go, that completely consume our lives, and that scare the living crap out of us, are something we with anxiety have to go through day in and day out. In these moments, we don't seem to have control of our own mind anymore. No matter how hard we try to shift our focus to something else, that thought just keeps sticking around and keeps on nagging. And so we dig ourselves deeper and deeper into the worry pit. That is, until our body and mind are completely overwhelmed by all this negativity and stress, and we end up in a full-blown panic attack. For me, it could have just been a little tiny twitch on my leg, and my mind would be straight up racing. Lyme disease, MS, ALS, those were the things that would suddenly overshadow everything else going on in my head. No matter how hard I tried to talk myself out of it, I couldn't get these possible diseases and scenarios out of my mind. Worse yet, these thoughts would spread and grow, and suddenly I could be standing there worrying about how and what I should include in my will, just in case something serious is going to happen. And guys, I can tell you that it often got so incredibly bad. It felt like a real-life battle was taking place up in my mind. My rational brain, battling it out against these horrifying and intrusive thoughts. I could feel how these two opposing thoughts were getting me so tensed up and stressed out. I could be pacing up and down the room with my hands on my face, just praying to God that I wouldn't go completely crazy. I mean literally crazy. I was convinced that if this battle in my mind would just intensify a tiny bit more, and that would be it. That would be enough stress for me to completely lose control over my mind and go insane. I will be completely honest here and say that regaining control over your thoughts and thinking patterns is probably going to be one of the hardest things on your recovery journey. And the journey is exactly how you have to see recovery. There has to be that moment where you just have had enough of it all, completely fed up, and become determined to work on your recovery. You want to get from the state you are in now to a place that is anxiety-free. Make it clear to yourself that there is no magical switch that you can just press and it all simply goes away. No, it will take time. The intrusive and anxious thoughts will not just vanish overnight. That will never happen. But you can learn to accept them as a byproduct of the stage in recovery you are in now. Acknowledge the anxious thoughts and don't try to mentally run away from them. Don't try to flip that switch and make it stop. This will only continue to fuel your body and mind with stress and tension, and will eventually peak in a panic attack. When you catch yourself in these moments in which you seem to lose control over your thoughts, take a mental step back and remind yourself that they are normal. And trust me, I know that it can feel completely impossible to take a mental step back when you feel this overwhelming cloud of dark thoughts overshadowing everything. But something that has helped me tremendously was physically writing down the things going on within my head. Writing is going to be like your mental stop sign, and it's often distraction enough to pull yourself out of that spiral of negativity. Physical writing switches on your rational brain, and it can help you regain control over the situation. Plus, seeing your thoughts black on white right there in front of you often acts as an eye-opener, and you'll realize how out of touch many of these thoughts you are having can be. So again guys, never ever try to suppress your anxious thoughts, but accept them for what they are, and try to reveal and expose these thoughts to your subconscious mind by reflecting on them after achieving that mental distance. This is going to be the only way you can stop feeding that cycle of stress and negativity and finally break loose. And most importantly, don't forget the anxiety recovery fundamental tools and ideas that I've laid out in plenty of other videos here in this playlist. Thanks for watching everyone, and if you're new here and want to see more anxiety related content just like this one, consider subscribing.